Hi guys, it's Hannah. Thank you for clicking on my channel. So first of all, I really want to say a big thank you to everyone that's shown so much love on my very first video. I've seen all like the comments and the likes and the reshares and all that, and I really just want to say a really big thank you to everyone that's like watched it and shared it and everything like that. So I really appreciate it. And today we are going to do like a little get ready with me / story time, because I asked on my Instagram if you want to see like a makeup tutorial or story time or both, and the majority of people said both. So today I'm not really sure what kind of like color story I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to do like greens and like blues and purples, because that's the same color story as the animal that flew into my window and I almost died. Right, let's just get straight into this story because I already know it's going to take a while. But basically, in first year of uni, if you didn't know, I'm in my third year of uni. But this is back in first year of uni, 2017/2018, right? So I lived in halls, but I didn't live on campus. And I go to uni in Royal Holloway, right? Royal Holloway they claim that it's in London, but it's not in London. It's in Greater London, which is out of zone, first of all, just to give you an idea, like set the groundwork of where I was when I was in uni, right? It's literally just on the edge of zone, but it's not in zone. And it's part of like Runnymede, Surrey, which they have like a national park thing. So it's very foresty and green and villagey, okay? If you've never been. So I lived in halls, but I didn't live in campus. I lived in these halls called Kingswood. And Kingswood is about a 30-minute walk through said forest to get to campus. So I lived in Kingswood, in the forest, okay? So I was just enjoying my day. Just a calm day. It was nice and sunny like today, but it wasn't like summer or anything like that. It was like springtime. And I tried to find like evidence that this thing that I'm about to tell you actually happened. And I went through my archives of my Instagram, my Snapchat, my WhatsApp messages, my iMessage. I couldn't find anything. I said, is this a fever dream or did this actually happen? I know for a fact it actually happened, because whenever I tell people about me living in Kingswood, me living in the forest, this is the story that I always tell them. It was a Saturday this happened on. So it was a nice sunny day. I was just in my room, on my bed. I'm pretty sure I was watching like a YouTube video or something like that. And all of a sudden, I hear a massive like bang against my window, like, and then there's this smear thing on my window. The rubber on my window fell off, and I was like, what the heck just happened? What on earth was that? I'm trying to look outside my window, see like, that must have been a bird, right? It must have been a bird. There's nothing else. Absolutely nothing else that could have been, right? So basically, I was like hella confused because I was just chilling on my bed watching a YouTube video. All of a sudden, I hear an ungodly bang against my window. And I'm like, what the heck was that? So I'm like putting the rubber back on my window, checking the smear on my window, because luckily my window was closed, right? That's a very important thing. My window was closed. Okay, so I was just like, there's nothing like food-wise that would attract anything to my window. If it was a pigeon, why would it fly directly into my window? Because I lived on the first floor, but it's like you have to go upstairs. So you have like the ground floor, then the first floor. I lived on the first floor of a block of flats, right? Remember, this is uni accommodation. It's not a singular house. I lived in a block of flats. And there were multiple blocks. I wasn't the only block. I live in E block. We went up to G block. So it was like A, B, C. Like I was in E block on the first floor. So it wasn't even high up. It wasn't low to the ground where it could be some like random forest animal. So I was like, it definitely has to be something that could fly. So it's definitely a bird. But it's like, why are you so down low? And also, why would you fly into a block of flats where the window isn't open? Like, basically, it won't make sense because this whole story doesn't make sense. But I'm just trying to make you see my logic, right? When I'm trying to like understand what the heck is going on, right? So I'm just like, that makes no sense. Like, what the heck was that? I know it was a bird, but how is that a bird? There are birds all over the place. They wouldn't fly into my window, right? So I get up on, like, there's a desk right by the window. So I get up on my desk to try and see. I don't open the window because I'm not stupid. This isn't a scary movie. I'm not going to make silly decisions. So I, like, get up on my desk and try and peer out of the window and see what just flew into my window and left a smear mark on my window. And I see nothing because I'm on the first floor of a block of flats. I'm not high enough to see to the ground, but I'm not low enough to be at ground level. So I couldn't see anything. So I was just like, for like 5-10 minutes, I was just like, should I leave it? No, I don't know. That was a really big bang. So I was just like, I said, you know what? I'm gonna let my curiosity win. This one time, I'm gonna let my curiosity win, right? So I'm walking down and there's like, when you walk down the stairs in the block, there's like a panel of windows outside each floor, right? And I see nothing. And I'm like, okay, because here's like you have to come out of the corridor to come to the stairs. So my room was like over here. I come out of my corridor. Bear in mind, in my corridor, I'm the first room. It goes you walk into the corridor, the kitchen, my room. So I'm not even like far from this panel of windows by the stairs. So if something flew into my window and went, ooh, you'd see it. You'd see it because I'm right there. Corridor, kitchen, my room, literally. So I'm walking out and I walk to the stairs and I see nothing. And I'm like, did I just imagine something flew into my window? And I said, no. Because the rubber flew off my window and there is a smear on my window. Something definitely banged into my window. So I walk down the stairs, right? I then press the button to open the door. I open the door. There is a creature. When I looked at it, I said, what on earth is that? It was blue, it was green, this was a substantially sized creature. It was not some little bird. It wasn't some little bitty creature. It was huge. It was huge. And it was right outside, like, you have to come down steps to get to the door to enter my building, right? It was right in front of the steps. Right out. I could open the door, but it was right outside the steps. And I said, oh my gosh. I had to leap over this. You couldn't sidestep it because it was so big. You have to literally, you could open the door and then you have to jump over this thing to get to the stairs, to get wherever else you could go, because everywhere else was blocked off with bushes and stuff. This is the only path in and out of my block, and it was blocked by this massive dead thing. And that's the thing, this thing died flying into my window. It was not alive, it was not twitching. When I looked at it and I stepped over it and I looked at the top of the stairs, I looked back and I said, is this thing twitching? Because if I go and get someone and it's gone, my head won't break. No. So I looked at it and it was a bit windy, so I couldn't tell if it was twitching or not. And I was just looking at this thing like, and like, there's a quad in Kingswood. Like, there's this, if you've ever been to Kingswood, or if I can get pictures, there's this massive like green area quad thing with like benches and everything connecting all the buildings, right? Big green grass field thing. There was no one outside. No one saw this thing, this massive bird, fly into my window and die outside my block. I was the only one. Me. Only me. Only I was aware that this thing had happened. That this thing was dead outside my block. Nobody knew. Nobody. Nobody saw it. Nobody heard it because nobody else left their block to see. And even if they did leave their block and they were in other blocks, they wouldn't have seen it because it was down the stairs outside my block. Nobody else in my block came to investigate because nobody else heard anything. They didn't see anything, nothing. I said, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna go to my reception because Kingswood, because obviously it's off campus and it's halls, it has a reception. It has a receptionist where you collect your parcels, where you ask questions. In summertime, they give you ice cream. Nice people. But today is a Saturday. So the usual Kingswood people, like Kingswood security and the head of reception, are not here. And I go up to the reception desk, right? And I'm just like, hi. She's like, hi. She's like, clearly she doesn't want to be here. It's like 1, 2, 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. She doesn't want to be there. I go, so, something just flew into my window and is outside of my block. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, like this big ass bird just flew into my window. It fell outside my block and I'm pretty sure it's dead. But like, and she was like, okay, because she didn't comprehend. She didn't understand. She didn't know. And me being the stupid person, when I left to go investigate, did I take my phone? Did I take my phone? No. Because I should be in a scary movie because I have no sense. I have no sense. I didn't take my phone to investigate what kind of creature just flew into your window. And when you saw the size of the creature, you didn't think to go back up to your room, get your phone, take a picture, or be like, what the heck is this? No, I didn't. When I went to reception, did I take my phone? No. So here she thinking, oh, it's a pigeon or something like that. She was like, what? So it's a pigeon? I was like, no, this is a big ass, I don't know what kind of bird it is, but it's big, it's green, it's da-da-da, it's green, blue. Like, pigeons are green and blue and purple sometimes. She's probably like, yeah, okay. She said, well, it's a Saturday, so let me search on things. She went click on her little computer and she said, it's Saturday, so I can't get pest control out until Monday. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I said, but it's outside my block, blocking the stairs. What should I do? And she said, maybe we won't even have to wait until Monday. Give it the night time and some foxes will probably come and take it into the forest and eat it. I said, okay. I should wait for nighttime and wait for the foxes to devour and disembowel this creature outside of my block. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. That's absolutely okay. No problem. I said, okay. Because here I am standing, looking crazy, saying a big ass bird just flew into my block and died. And she doesn't comprehend the size of the animal, breed, rarity of the animal. She doesn't understand why I'm so stressed. She's like, it's just a pigeon. It's probably, yeah, it's blocking. No. You don't understand. So I said, okay. So I plod back to my block.
What the hell we gonna do now?
Let me Google what this thing is. I search birds in Surrey. Because, now remember how I was doing all that groundwork earlier in this video, right? And I said Egham is the forest, it's part of Runnymede, and it has like a protected land, like national, not a national park, but like a park, like the forest is protected, right? Immediately, birds in Surrey, the first thing that comes up is this Runnymede National Park, whatever. I scrolled for probably 2.3 seconds and I find the colours and the size of this bird. Tell me why a whole pheasant, let me say it one more time, pheasant flew into my window and chose to die outside my block, outside of my uni accommodation on a beautiful, glorious Saturday morning with the sun shining, giving you clarity of your view. It could see. There was no fog, there was no clouds, it was blue sky, it was sunny rays. It could see. There was nothing obstructing your view. And yet you chose to fly into my window on the first floor. The first floor. Not even the third. This building goes up to floor 3 or 4. But the first floor of Block E building. Room 1. and you chose to bang into the window and die. Because obviously this thing is outside my block. People are not around, but people will be coming around because it's Saturday. So if you're leaving, you're coming back, whatever, people are going to be wanting to go to dinner. Because these are catered halls, by the way. Royal Holloway, Kingswood. My uni accommodation was catered. Right? So it's 3 o'clock, right? 1 hour rolls by, 2 hours rolls by. It's coming up to 5 o'clock. Dinner's about to start. 5:30, 6 o'clock. Dinner. So people are obviously coming back from library or wherever you're coming from. And obviously I can see up until the stairs, but I still can't see the pheasant. Like, obviously I can't see the bird, but I can watch out my window and see everyone's reaction. So I now decide to open my window as far as I can, right? And this means I can only stick my head and my neck out. I can't stick the rest of my body out. So I can only see up until the stairs when I stick my head out of the window, right? So I'm watching out the window and I'm watching people come up to the block. Because the thing is blocking the entrance of my block. And obviously you can't see it because there's bushes covering it. So people are walking up to my block and here's me sticking my head out of the first floor window like, yeah, that thing just flew into my window and died, but pest control can't come until Monday. And they're like, and obviously they're trying to comprehend what the hell is going on. Even I couldn't comprehend it. And they said, okay. So they had to jump over the pheasant, get inside the block. And obviously people coming outside of the block, they're opening the door and going, whoa. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no sense. I am just so vexed that even up until this point where I'm seeing people react to the creature, I don't once think to take my phone and take picture. No pictures. I'm pretty sure I text my friends or my family, but it must have been through Snapchat, so it disappeared. Did I save the photo before I sent it? No. When you see that kind of... I'm part of the social media generation. Why was my first instinct not to take a picture and post it and be like, this is the kind of Egan that I'm living in? What? Let me blend and I'm coming back. So yeah, so I'm watching the reactions of people coming into my block, yeah? And they're all reacting how I reacted. Like, what the heck is that? And I do this for about half an hour and then I'm like, you know what? Let me stop telling people what happened. So maybe when they see it, they'll go to reception and the girl will actually take me seriously and be like, it's not just a pigeon, it's actually a bird. Because people were asking me like, have you gone to reception? Of course I've gone to reception. There's a creature outside our block. Why on earth would I just sit here and watch your reaction at the stairs without going to reception first? Come on. I mean, I know I lacked logic on this day, but I didn't lack that much logic. Like, come on. But yeah, so I'm just like... And then it takes, I think, these two guys then come to the block, right? And they have the same reaction. But this time I'm like, because they're like 2 or 3 guys. I think it was 2 guys. I can't remember. So I do the same whole explanation thing. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I told reception, blah, blah, blah. They said pest control can't come until this day. It flew into my window and it died. And they were like, what do you mean it flew into your window? I said, yeah, it just randomly banged into my window and died. So they were like, okay. And you said pest control can't come here until Monday. And I was like, yeah, she said maybe during the nighttime some animal will probably drag it into the forest to like eat it or whatever. And they were like, oh, well, why don't we just do that? And I was like, huh? It's like, yeah, because it's blocking the door. And I was just like, yeah, but I'm not going to touch it and move it, am I? And they were like, oh, okay, let's do it. And I said, huh? I then watched these 2 guys pick the dead pheasant up by the claws, by the claws, and drag it down into the forest. I'm watching out my window.
I never expected it.
What did they just do? What? You did what? You just did what? Hepatitis. E. coli. When I say I was flabbergasted, and the worst part is that I didn't even get pictures of it. Like an idiot. Okay, this is what I ended up looking like. I think it turned out pretty good. Thank you very, very much for watching this. Again, thank you for showing so much love on my very first video about my hair. As you can see, she's growing well. If you have any suggestions for my next video, leave them in the comments, DM me, Instagram, Twitter. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.